I recently found myself in a situation in which I was with someone, I went on a date with them, and by the end of the night, I found myself really admiring the person in a way that not a normal person would admire or should admire the person after hanging out with them for the first time. And I really reflected back on to why I was feeling that way, and I simply just caught myself off guard. You might say, what does that mean? I'm not the type of person to catch feelings easily. I'm not the type of person to find interest in someone immediately. It takes a lot of tries for me and a long period of time. I get bored very easily, which is a very bad habit of mine. Like once I figure you out, once I understand how you move and think and how you do things, then there is no room for me to really stick around and not get bored, which is a terrible trait that I have that I'm working on. But about 3 or 4 days ago, I went on a date with a girl that works in the same company as me, different area, but we ended up meeting up, ended up taking her to the lake. We had a picnic, vibed, listened to music, got to really know each other. And by the end of the night, we found ourselves in my bedroom. Now, normally when these situations happen, I tend to not catch feelings. I tend to just understand the circumstances and what I wanted and what the other person wanted. But this situation was a little more different. I woke up to the person holding me, and I wouldn't think much of it. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, this person just needs some physical attention. Cool. So I continue on, go back to sleep. Next thing you know, I wake up and that person is kissing me in the forehead and in the cheeks, and just genuinely admiring me and showing me love and affection. And without them knowing, I have a soft spot in my heart for that type of stuff. I found myself in a situation in which, at that very moment, all I wanted to do was to protect her. All I wanted to do was to hold her, and all I wanted to do was to see where this can go. Normally, what would happen in these situations is I would wake up, check on the person, cool, maybe offer them something to eat, and then ask them how they're getting back or what they need, and then we go on with our day. But this, again, was a little more different. We woke up, we started kissing again, but in an intimate way, not even in a lustful way, in a way that a boyfriend and girlfriend would kiss. But it was more of, so I'm admiring you that you're here, and you're admiring me that I'm here. And when we grabbed each other, it was more so like two souls that were in need of human connection finally receiving that. And uh, when that person left, I felt like a sense of emptiness within myself. Like, okay, well, she doesn't live that far away, like a 15-minute drive. But I also wish I took the night more granted as far as time, because till this day I haven't seen her, and it just feels weird now knowing that I felt those things and us talking now, and it was like nothing for her. And I've been in situations where it was the other way around, in which possibly a woman that I slept with felt more attraction to me than I did for her, and probably possibly saw something within me, and didn't end up working out. But being in the other end of it sure seems weird, and not being there with them and not feeling those things that I did that night and that morning just throws me off. And I was really a slave to it for quite a couple days, because that's all I was thinking about, and how I wanted to see that person again, and how I wanted to make things right, and how I wanted to repeat the night all over again, and how I wanted her to look at me with those eyes again, and how I wanted her to kiss me the way she kissed me. And then I had to really reflect back onto why I felt this way. And it was nothing more than the lack of human connection. I was craving human connection. I was craving the human physicality of things, of another human being holding me, on another human being looking at me in the eyes and admiring me without me having to say or do anything. Another human being holding me as if I was like the only man on earth. I laugh because I know when I look back into this, I'm gonna laugh at myself for catching feelings on a woman I had a one night stand with. But at that moment, I really felt a sense of connection, which I haven't felt in a while. And I blame myself for it, because I haven't really been true to myself, and I haven't been loving myself to where I should have, to the point in which them being gone means nothing. I had to really reflect back if I had it like that, or if she's that easy. I still don't know how to answer that, but the human connection is probably the most powerful, impactful thing. You can quite literally change your perspective on someone about how you are physically with them and how they make you feel. And sometimes that can be good, because you get to genuinely feel love and good emotions instead of being isolated and lonely. And I felt like it played both sides. I made her feel good as well. I made her feel like I was holding her in a way in which guys probably don't make her feel that way. You'd expect the other person to feel the same way afterwards, but what it's been like the last couple of days, it's been kind of bland. I don't know how to go on with that. Still trying to learn about myself and why I feel the same way. But it genuinely comes down to a human connection and the physicality and things. Words are cool, someone telling you that you mean this much, but when it comes to in person, when the person that you genuinely don't even have much in common with, or just a person you find attractive, just showing you admiration without you saying anything. It sparked something in myself in which I wanted to, I wouldn't say save, but protect and cherish that person much more than just one night. I'm learning to detach myself from that particular situation because this has never happened to me before. It was my first time with these feelings when it comes to that circumstance. This is me being honest. This is me just speaking up. I don't really have much of a lesson to teach or much advice to give. I just wanted to share that, and I just wanted to show you what has been on my mind, what I've been dealing with the last couple of days. I myself have flaws. I don't know everything. I wish I did, but I'm learning and I'm trying to progress and I'm trying to not only help myself, but help you in the process. I'll get over it. If something comes out of it, then I know it'll be worth it and we shall continue on. With all that being said, my name is Exploits. And if you're interested in videos of self improvement, getting your life together, then be sure to check out my previous videos in which I talk about topics like that. With all that being said, it's been a pleasure.